Yes, before starting the retaining wall design, as well as before proceeding further, can anyone tell me what do you mean by the retaining wall? Already in geotech, you had studied the retaining wall in some extent. Yes, anyone from you, can you tell me what do you mean by the retaining wall? And where does we provide the retaining wall in the construction? Yes, wall will support the soil. As well as it is a structure that is used to retain the earth, that is soil, coal, ore or water, constructed to resist the lateral pressure of the soil. Yes, exactly correct. Underground parking, yes, correct. Retaining walls are mainly provided for the construction of the hilly roads, as well as for the embankments, for the bridges, for the abutments, for the basements or the underground parkings, as well as for the water reservoirs also. And the design of the retaining wall should be in such a way that it can resist all the forces coming on it. Whatever the forces that are acting upon the retaining wall, the your retaining wall should be designed in such a way that it can resist all the forces that will act upon it. As well as, what do you mean by the backfill? बैकफिल किसे बोलते हैं? BACKFILL, backfill. What do you mean by that? Yes, anyone? Yes, Anis. What do you mean by backfill? Ida, backfill. What does the backfill mean? Material held by the wall. Yes, correct. Again, filling back soil. Yes, whatever the material that is retained by the wall is known as the backfill. Now, in this semester, you are having the design for the cantilever retaining wall as well as the counterfort retaining wall. So, first of all, we will see the basic difference between the cantilever retaining wall as well as the counterfort retaining wall. As well as in your question number 1, sometimes the question is being there in the theory questions for 4 to 5 marks. That is differentiate between cantilever retaining wall and the counterfort retaining wall. So we will see. So in cantilever retaining wall, the stem as well as heel slab will be designed as a pure cantilever in order to resist the lateral pressure and the downward soil pressure. So जो भी lateral pressure और the नीचे से जो भी soil pressure act हो रहा है on the retaining wall, so cantilever में क्या होता है? The stem and the heel slab are purely designed as a cantilever. वो जो दोनों भी stem भी और heel slab भी, these are nothing but the parts of the retaining wall. So these both the things are act as a pure cantilever only in case of the cantilever retaining wall. But in case of the counterfort retaining wall, it will be designed as a continuous slab. The stem as well as heel, both will be designed as a continuous slab where counterfort in case of the counterfort retaining wall, both the stem as well as heel slab will be designed as a continuous slab जहाँ पे counterfort act करेगा as a support. So this is the very first basic difference between the cantilever and the counterfort retaining wall. And the second difference is that the deflected shape of the cantilever retaining wall is as shown in figure. As you can see, this is the original shape of your retaining wall and this is your deflected shape of the cantilever retaining wall. And the deflected shape of the stem and the heel slab in case of the counterfort you can see over here, that is the plan of the stem. You can see ये जो बीच में है, that is the counterfort acting over here and this one is your deflected shape, whatever it is being shown in the dotted part. This one is your deflected shape of the counterfort retaining wall. And again, this is your longitudinal elevation showing the hill slab. So again, you can see this one is the plan of the stem for the counterfort retaining wall, and the downward is your longitudinal elevation for the hill slab. ये जो डॉटेड में बताया है, this is nothing but the deflected shape of the counterfort retaining wall. Then the third basic difference between cantilever and the counterfort retaining wall is that the main reinforcement resisting tension is as shown in the below. See the tension reinforcement, how it is being shown in case of cantilever retaining wall, and the tension reinforcement, how it is being shown in the counterfort retaining wall. So again, this is the main difference between both these. The diagrammatically representation of the cantilever as well as counterfort retaining wall is different. Then the fourth difference between the cantilever and the counterfort retaining wall is that the overall height of the wall will be less or equals to the 6 meter, and in case of the counterfort retaining wall, the overall height of the wall will be always greater than 6 meter. Cantilever में it will be less than 6 meter or it will be equals to the 6 meter, but in counterfort it will be greater than 6 meter. Now, can anybody tell me how many types of the cantilever, how many types of the retaining walls are there? दो टाइप तो हमने देख लिए, that is cantilever and the counterfort. और कौन से टाइप्स की रिटेनिंग वॉल्स रहती है? Yes, two types we had seen, that is the cantilever and the counterfort retaining wall. And how many other types of retaining walls are there? Yes, anyone from you? Yes, nobody knows how many types of retaining walls are there. Already you have studied in your geotech G2. Yes, gravity retaining wall is there, and gravity retaining wall is there, cantilever retaining wall is there, counterfort retaining wall is there, or buttressed wall is there. So there are basically four types of retaining wall. That is the gravity retaining wall, cantilever retaining wall, counterfort retaining wall, and the buttressed wall. So we will see all four types one by one. So this one is your gravity retaining wall. So these walls are constructed mostly in the brick masonry stones or the plain cement concrete, that is PCC. And when the forces acting on the wall are resisted by the dead weight of the walls are known as the gravity wall. These walls are mostly economical for the low height. So mostly whenever the for the low height we have to provide the retaining wall. So at that time we are going to make use of the gravity retaining wall. It is not feasible for the higher structures or for the height for the walls whose height is more than 4 meters. These are basically for 3 to 4 meters. Gravity walls are being used or below that. And now next we comes up to the cantilever retaining wall. As you know, these walls are constructed in the inverted T or L shape. And in case of the T, it consists of the stem, heel, and toe. So there are basically three parts in the cantilever retaining wall, that is the stem, heel, and toe. All the three parts you need to design whenever we are going to start the designing part of the cantilever retaining wall. And all the three will act as a pure cantilever over here. And in case of L, it consists of the stem and the heel. Both parts act as a cantilever. अगर T section है तो तीनों भी होगा, that is stem, heel and toe. But अगर L section है, so it will consider only the stem and the heel. And all of the Parts will act as a purely cantilever in case of the cantilever retaining wall. And it is economical for 6 meter or below 6 meter height. And the stability provided is partly by the dead weight and partly by the material on the heel portion. जैसे हमने gravity में देखा था, it is based upon only the dead weight of that structure. But cantilever में ऐसा नहीं है. Cantilever is partly of the dead weight and partly of the material of the hill section. So this is the type of the L type. This is your inverted L type, and sorry, this is your inverted T type, and this is your L type of the cantilever retaining wall. As you can see, ये जो portion है, इसे बोलते हैं stem. This one is your toe, and this one is your heel. And here also you can see this is your L type of the cantilever retaining wall. So these are the two types of the cantilever retaining wall, that is inverted T type and L type. Then counterfort retaining wall. So counterfort, as you can see here, this part is your stem, this is your counterfort, and this one is toe, and this one is heel. So it is economical for the height greater than 6 meter or 7 meter. And the brackets, see, as you can see over here, these brackets are known as the cantilever, these brackets are known as a counterfort. And the spacing between the counterfort is between 1/3 to 1/2, and these are provided mostly on the backfill side. So this is the particular diagrammatically representation of the counterfort retaining wall. And the last type of the retaining wall is the butt-raised wall. So what do you exactly mean by the butt-raised wall? When brackets are provided on the opposite side of the backfill, मतलब ये जो brackets आपने provide किए हैं, ये अगर opposite side में provide किए जाएंगे, so such type of wall are known as the butt-raised wall. And the brackets are known as the butt-raised retaining wall. So these are the 4 types of the retaining wall. Yes, anyone is having any doubts in the theory part? If you are having any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll proceed for the designing part of the cantilever retaining wall. We'll start with the sums. Yes, any doubts? Yes, any queries over here? Yes, should we proceed with the designing part? Yes, understood or not? We'll start with the sum. Yes, is my screen visible to everyone? Okay. Okay. So we will start with the sum. A cantilever type retaining wall is required to support a level earth backfill. The height of the wall above the general ground level is 4.5 meter, and design all the components using the following data. So they have told you that the SBC of the soil is 160 kilonewton. That is the self-bearing capacity of the soil is 160 kilonewton per meter square. Unit weight of earth backfill is 18 kilonewton per meter square. Angle of repose is 30 degree. Friction coefficient between the soil and the concrete is given to you, that is 0.55. You have to use M20 and Fe415 grade. Here you have to adopt LSM, that is limit state method, and also you need to draw the reinforcement detail. तो यहाँ पे उन्होंने क्या बोला है आपको? They have told you to design for the cantilever retaining wall that will support the level earth backfill, and they have given you the height above the general ground level is at 4.5 meter, and they have given all these data, that is SBC of soil, angle of repose, coefficient, as well as grade of concrete and steel. So first of all, write down the question. After completing the question, let me know so that we can proceed for the solution. After completing, let me know. All of you had completed the question. Should I proceed with the sum? Okay. All the others had also completed. Okay. So we'll start with the solution. First of all, whatever the given data is there, that will be in the dimensions of the retaining wall. So dimensions of the retaining wall. Now SBC of soil, that is the self bearing capacity of the soil, आपको कितना दिया है 160 kilonewton per meter square. So that is nothing but Q0, that is the self bearing capacity of the soil, that is 160 kilonewton per meter square. Then unit weight of earth backfill, that is gamma. Gamma आपको कितना दिया है 18 kilonewton per meter cube. And phi. Phi is nothing but angle of repose. So angle of repose is given to you, that is 30 degree. From that you will calculate Ka. K is nothing but the constant, that is Ka will be equals to 1 minus sin phi upon 1 plus sin phi. Just substitute the value for phi, that is angle of repose. So angle of repose की value substitute करने के बाद में आपको Ka की value मिलेगी, that is 0.33. Then height above the ground. Height above the ground is already given to you in the question. So height above the ground आपको कितनी दी है? Height above the ground is given to you, that is 4.5 meter. So you can calculate the depth of the foundation level, that is DF. DF क्या है? Depth of the foundation level. So just substitute all the values in the given formula, that is Q0 into K square by gamma. So Q0 is 160, that is the SBC of soil. K coefficient, that is 0.33 square upon gamma, that is 18. So you will get the depth of foundation level. Depth of foundation level आपको मिलता है 0.968 मीटर. You have to consider approximately as 1 meter. So the overall height of the retaining wall will be 4.5 plus 1, as depth of foundation level is 1. So total height कितनी होगी? 4.5 plus 1, that is 5.5 meter. So do up till here, and if any doubts you can ask. K is your coefficient of active earth pressure. Is completed. Yes, done up till here. Okay. So now we need to calculate depth of base slab, that is DH. So depth of base slab कैसे calculate करोगे? H by 12. So H is nothing but the overall height of the retaining wall, that is denoted by capital H. तो उसके बाद में depth of base slab, that is H by 12. So 5.5 you have to convert it in mm. So 5500 by 12. You will get the depth of base slab, that is 458.33 mm. So you can provide it as 475 mm. So do complete up till here. Okay, done. Completed appeal here. Is completed. Now you need to calculate the width of slab. So for calculating the width of base slab, you are having the formula, that is B will be equals to 0.4h to 0.6h. So just substitute the value of h over there. So you will get 2.2 meter to 3.3 meter. So you will provide the minimum value between these two. So between these value we are going to consider it as 3 meter. So toe width हमारी कितनी होगी 1 meter. So the width of toe will be 1 meter over here. Now you need to calculate the depth of stem. Depth of stem is denoted by D3. अभी आपका total height कितना है? Total you had calculated, that is the overall height of the retaining wall आपने just अभी calculate किया है. So overall height आपको कितना मिला है? 5.5. Then 0.475 or 475 is nothing but the depth of base slab. So depth of base slab, this one. ये बेस स्लैब की डेप्थ कितनी है आपकी 0.475. सो 5.5 में से 0.475 डिडक्ट करोगे तो आपको ये हाइट मिलेगी, डेट इज स्टेम की हाइट मिलेगी, डेट इज 5.025. so this is the pressure acting upon over here. So it will be height of the stem by 3. so ये यहाँ से लेके यहाँ से प्रेशर एक्ट हो रहा है. so ये नीचे से लेके यहाँ तक का डिस्टेंस विल बी योर स्टेम बाय 3. स्टेम का जो भी हाइट रहेगा, स्टेम का हाइट है यहाँ पे 5.025. so divided by 3. so this distance will be this much. Then after that, this horizontal distance will be 1 by 3 into gamma. Gamma is nothing but the unit weight of the earth backfill. So unit weight of the earth backfill is already given to you in the question, that is 18. So substitute the value of gamma over here, that is 18 into height, that is 5.025. तो आपको ये यहाँ से लेके इतना डिस्टेंस मिलता है 30.15 किलो न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वायर. So do up till here, and if any doubts you can ask. If you are having any of the doubts you can ask. Depth of foundation, it is not being shown in your diagram, which we found it as 1 meter. Yes, depth of foundation is below, मतलब foundation के नीचे, ये जो आपका जो नीचे आपने जो ड्रॉ किया है वो क्या ड्रॉ किया है? आपने डेप्थ ऑफ बेस स्लैब ड्रॉ किया है. तो उसके नीचे आपका रहेगा फाउंडेशन, that we had not drawn, that we had calculated it as 1 meter. It is not being shown in your this diagram. In detailing part we will show that one, because यहाँ पे हमें सिर्फ depth of stem ही calculate करना था, इसलिए हमने सिर्फ stem का ही portion draw किया है. After completing, let me know. Yes, done. Completed up till here. Okay. I hope all the others are also completed. So now you need to calculate the pressure P. So for calculating the pressure P, you have to consider per meter width. You need to consider per meter width. So lateral pressure. So lateral pressure in the stem you have to consider. So lateral pressure in the stem P calculate करने के लिए you have to consider half into base into height. So half 1/2 base आपका कितना आया है 30.15. Height of the stem is total 5.025. And as we are going to consider per meter width, we are multiplying it by 1. So आपको pressure मिलता है 75.75 किलो न्यूटन. Then you need to calculate the movement. So movement calculate करने के लिए m will be equals to p into this distance, that is 5.025 by 3. So pressure की value आपको मिली है 75.75. So just substitute the value of p over here. You will get the movement, that is 126.88. Then you need to calculate the factor movement. So factor movement calculate करने के लिए multiplied by 1.5. So factor movement आपको मिलता है 190.32 किलो न्यूटन मीटर. So do up till here. If any doubts, you can ask. Okay, completed. सबको मिली फैक्टर मोमेंट की वैल्यू 190.32 किलो न्यूटन मीटर. Everyone had got this answer. Okay. All the others had also completed. Yes, तनवीर हो गया. तनवीर सौरभ. Okay. Now you need to calculate the moment of resistance. So moment of resistance calculate करने के लिए आपके पास में कौन सा formula है? Yes, which formula you are going to use to calculate moment of resistance? For calculating moment of resistance, you have to use this formula, that is 0.138 BD square FCK. उसमें से आप depth check करोगे. So moment of resistance के लिए 0.138 BD square FCK. So D calculate करने के लिए you are having the formula, that is square root of moment. Moment की value just now you had calculated, that is 190.32 into 10 raised to power 6 upon 0.138 B into FCK. So इसमें से D की वैल्यू आपको मिलती है 262.6 mm. Now you are going to consider effective cover as 60 mm. So D आपको मिलता है 322.6, that is approximately 350. Then effective depth, that is 350 minus 60, that will be 290. So provide the depth of stem as 350 mm at the bottom, which reduces to 150 mm at the top. For bottom, you need to provide 350, which will reduce from the up till top at 150. We are having last 1 minute. So do solve up till here. We are having very less time. So you can take a screenshot up till here. Then from the step number 3, we will see in the next lecture. We have done the 2 steps for this cantilever retaining wall. And those who are not given the attendance, give your attendance in the chat box. And if you are having any doubts in these 2 steps, you can ask. We will continue this sum in the next lecture. Yes, I hope everyone understood up till here. See whether you are also getting the same answers for the depth or not.